What's up, guys? It's LL Cuber here. Now, about a week ago, I signed up for a critique, and about a week later, which was yesterday, he got the results, or made a video of how I could do better for a critique. So, when I watched partway through the video, I'm like, I spotted my weaknesses already, and I tried to work on it. Even though it didn't really feel like I was doing anything different, I got a 12.07, which is my second best time, or PB2. So, the scramble is R2, D, L2, F prime, D, L, E2, L prime, B prime, R2, beat U, R2, L2, U, F2, D, L2, D, R2, D2. And here's the scramble. So, there's a couple ways to do this cross, but I chose to do it this way. Do D prime, R prime, F2, L prime. So I could have put this in before this, but I chose to put this and this in before this. But either way, it's the same exact moves. So I think that was about 4 or 5 moves for a cross, which is pretty good. I'm just like above the average cuber, so of course that's good for me. And I saw that pair right away, insert into the back, which is pretty good. I was wondering if that was the same pair, like that was orange and yellow, that was orange and yellow, that was actually red and yellow. So I checked, wasn't it? Kind of hesitated, but then I realized that they were actually there. I saw them in the front. So one pair into the front, one pair into the back is okay. It depended what last or fourth F2L pair case I would get for it to be EO. And so I saw that pair. And now the last slot is actually in the back, but that's okay, because I only had to rotate once. And I knew I was going to get EO when I solved that. So I have a really bad habit, but that I look at the timer when I'm done with F2L when I feel like it's really good. So I did that habit, and it said 8 seconds or something like that. So I was kind of, heart was racing, not really, but okay. So I just solved that in the standard way, and then now we just have an A perm. A lot of top speakers in the world would do like a U prime, minimizing rotations to set it up, but I just rotated so I didn't have to do an AUF. That's what I sometimes do. And the cube is solved. So, this was a pretty good solve. I was kind of panicking in the last few seconds of the solve. I don't know if this would save time, but in OLL, I could have done like the lefty version of the alg, and that probably doesn't do an A perm, so also, like, who does a lefty version of that OLL? Like, it sucks. Kind of like a lefty T perm. Like, why don't you just do U2 T perm than U2? It's a lot faster. So it would make a lot more sense to just do U2, the alg, and then PLL. But anyway, I did feel like I was getting a little faster. Like, it started out like low 18s, then I got a couple 17 averages, and then I got a 16.78 average. And I actually got a 17.7 average of 12. It's more than a second slower than my PB average of 12, but 17.7 is still pretty good. Deep down, I feel like I'm, improving a bit, but maybe by like couple seconds. But I'm not sure. This means that I'm getting closer and closer to getting my first sub 10 because I've been trying to get a sub 10 for a bit. And my current PB, or my PB right now, is 11.71. I can't really beat it. Like, whenever I feel like I'm getting close to 11 seconds, like, I'm at 11 seconds when I get to PLL, not when the cube is solved. So, it really feels like when I feel like I'm getting 11 or 12, I get a 13. But 13 is still really good for me. Anyway, that was the breakdown of my solve. And pretty good solve. It's a good thing that I'm color neutral a lot because, if you really want to get fast, then just be color neutral. Also, I didn't really realize this was helpful, but I made a video of 20 tips to be sub 20 on 3x3. You should go check that video out. But now that I've improved, they will make you better if you're not sub 20, but obviously if you're sub 10, then it'll just make you worse because you can do better solutions. But anyway, that was the breakdown of the 1207, and it was actually my fastest solve that wasn't PLL skip, which is insane. So I feel like if I just get a PLL skip, if I get a 7-second F2L and then I get a PLL skip after the OLL, then it's probably going to be my first ever sub 10. If any of you have some tips for me to get a sub 10 single a little bit faster, then please tell me in the comments down below because I really want to get faster, obviously. That's just detail of what I average and how I think about that solve. Anyway, I don't want to make this video longer. So this is LL Cuber, signing out.